Hello, let's take a look at this next example. Like I did with the polynomials, I'm going to do this one differently than the previous example. We are comparing two different functions, which one's bigger, which one's smaller. So just to give you an alternative, if you want to set it equal to 0 and fully solve it, you can if you want to, whatever works for you. Just giving you a different perspective. Same as before, denominator, need to pay attention to those values. So those are always going to have parentheses in the, interval notation. And then just solve that, set them equal to each other, cross multiply, distribute, combine, equal to 0, factor. We solved rational equations in Unit 1. So if you need a refresher, go back to that material in Unit 1 and check it out. All right, so those particular four values are what we're looking at, and we'll set our number line up like that. Some kind of notation, pay attention to what's going to be parentheses and what is going to change and possibly need of a square bracket like that. All right, so I'm plugging in specific values. So the fraction on the left, both of them are negative, so the final answer is positive. Likewise for the fraction on the right, numerator, denominator, negative, so it's positive. The fraction on the left, the numerator is smaller than the denominator. That means it's less than 1. The one on the right, 10 over 9, is bigger than 1. So is the number on the left smaller than the number on the right? Yes. There we go. Rinse and repeat. So we got this crazy looking multi-level fraction here, and I'm not typing this in the calculator. Now look at the fraction on the right. 1/2 over 1/2. That's pretty easy. That's 1. Numerator's negative, so it's -1. Now look at the one on the left there. Is that value going to end up being positive or negative? Numerator's negative, denominator's negative, so that's going to end up being positive. Is a positive number less than a negative number? No. I don't need to really know what that number is. I just need to use a little bit of thinking. And I just did it. Now you know how to do it. All righty. And another one, I had to pick a decimal for this one as well, 0.1. And again, I'm just going to reason it through. So the whatever is on the left is positive. Don't exactly know what it is. The number on the left is going to be negative. The denominator 0.7 minus 2 is going to end up negative. Is a negative number less than a positive number? Awesome. Repeat for this one, I picked the number 1. So on the left, we've got 6 over 5, bigger than 1. And on the right, we've got 1/2. So no. And then finally, something larger than 8. There we go. I lost. Sorry. Now this one, both of the numbers are positive, and both of them, the numerator is smaller than the denominator, and it's too close to call. I had to type this in the calculator. So you type it in the calculator and you will see that it's yes. So sometimes you can use that idea of, the fraction, big, small. This one's less than 1. That one's bigger than 1. This one's positive. That one's negative. And you can tell which is supposed to be larger or smaller. But sometimes they're just too close to call. And I had to type it in the calculator and check it out. I think it was, can you see how that close to call there? Anyways. All right. And what is our answer? We just did the less than, but we could do all of them from this information if we wanted to. But the question, no, it said to do all 4 of them. Anyways, okay, let's do all 4 of them. So less than, that's what we tested originally. So those 3 intervals where the yeses are. Yet less than or equal to. So the specific values that it can equal will get the square brackets. There you go. Greater than would be the no's. So those 2 intervals there, and then greater than or equal to, again, those same 2 numbers would get the square brackets like that. Awesome sauce. The what's different about this one from the other one is that single digit. We didn't have to worry about it, and that only happened when the pattern it duplicated itself next to each other. If we had yes, yes, no, yes, no, or some variation when two things side by side are the same, then that number that separates them, we might have it as a individual number or to not even write it down like we did in the last example. Alrighty, I think I've talked enough.